everybody, it's DJ Gatsby. You know, the host of the talk show with DJ Gatsby. I'm here at the Palisades Mall, and I think I see author George Naeem Cash. I'm gonna roll up on him and ask him, does he have a few minutes to do a television interview with me for my TV talk show? See how this goes. Excuse me, you are author George Naeem Cash, right?
Yes, I am.
I'm Gatsby. I'm with the talk show with DJ Gatsby. Want to know if you have a few minutes to do a quick TV interview for my talk show, talking about your latest book, The Prison Life, as well as The Good and the Bad.
Well, it's nice to see you. This is funny being ambushed. No, I'm just kidding. It's good to see you. I'm glad to be out here. And yes, I do have a new release out called the Prison Series, short stories of some of my experiences when I was going through that phase of my life. Good to see you as well, my brother.
All right, so let's go grab a seat, man, and let's do the interview.
Okay. See you guys later.
All right, it's DJ Gatsby. We're here at the Palisades Mall with George Naeem Cash. He's in New York on the second leg of the book tour. Just came through Baltimore and in New York, man. Cash, how you doing, my brother?
I'm feeling really great. I'm loving the start that the Prison Life series is getting us off to. I'm in a good place.
All right, now, you're back on the East Coast, Baltimore, New York, man. How's it feel? I know you've been out in Oklahoma City for about a year or so. How's it feel to be home?
I was actually homesick just before this tour came up, so I figured let me pound out some work and have a real reason to go back to the East Coast. But East Coast is home, you know that. You're from here yourself, so I'm feeling really good about being here. It's the holidays too. I'm in a good place.
All right, so Cash, for the people who don't know you, man, you've been an author for over a year. You released a book called The Good and the Bad. I believe you have it there with you.
Yeah, this is my autobiography.
Yeah, tell the viewer. Now, you just explained to everybody we're back with DJ Gatsby, the talk show with author Naeem Cash. You spoke a little bit about The Good and the Bad. We're going to get back to that book because I know you got a part 2 coming out 2017.
Absolutely.
Let's talk about your current paperback release. Excuse me, The Prison Life.
Absolutely. Okay.
What inspired you to write about, your experiences in prison?
Being in prison is a very, very traumatic experience to go through. Whether you earned being in there or not is not the point. I was moved in a lot of different ways. It stuck to me, the whole experience of going in and out. I don't really know how you really want me to explain this, but it's an intense situation. I wanted to capture it to free whatever baggage I've been holding on to for years, whether or not I was good enough for a job, would a woman want me, this, that, and the third. It was baggage, and me writing made me release myself.
You just explained to us about the sounds of Sing Sing, one of the stories featured in your Prison Life book. Mm-hmm. You have another story in there called The Prison Yard.
Yes.
Tell us a bit about the Prison Yard and where that particular story takes place.
It takes place in Green Haven Correctional Facility, which is also a maximum security prison. If you ever ran into anybody and they swear that they know you, and you know you don't know them, well, the Yard is about a story of somebody that came from somewhere else. We just happened to be in the prison, but every day I came to the Yard, he was looking at me like I killed somebody in his family. That story is built around that episode.
All right, now we're still talking about The Prison Life. He's actually holding the book in his hand. You mentioned the sounds of Sing Sing. Briefly, tell us a little bit about the story, the sounds of Sing Sing that's in that book, The Prison Life.
Yeah, it's such a short part of the series that I'm gonna be, I'm gonna leave out some stuff, but here's the point. The sounds of Sing Sing, if you've never been in prison, and I hope you never have to go, the sounds, the different things that you think you might hear, you won't. The things you aren't expecting to hear, you will, and you can do absolutely nothing about it. That's the sounds of maximum security, Sing Sing prison.
Okay, now, what would you tell somebody about prison life? Not talking about the story, but what tidbit would you like to share with anybody who's watching this particular video about prison life? Positives and negatives.
It's not like a movie. It's much more intense than that. The things that you see in there on movies can't even actually happen. The danger, however, that you see in movies is completely real. It can happen at any time. Prison has a way of rocking a person to sleep. And you can be in there for 18, 22, 32 months and never see a bit of violence. But when it happens, it's like being in a tornado and you can't get out.
She's an author. Your book's been out almost 18 months. You traveled around the country doing book tours and book signings and events like that. What would you like to say to the readers or fans of yours who haven't bought your book or who haven't read any of your books yet about this process and the type of support authors need in this business?
Support is a very key word. I see now all the other authors are always asking for support, and that's how business works. But I think that writers share something of themselves. So I understand you can go to Amazon and read reviews before you even buy a book. I suggest that you guys go to Amazon and read some of my reviews, because the genre of writing that I'm in can actually help somebody, a family member, somebody that's already tied up into the legal system, or just the shock of what you will go through if you cross the line. So I have something to offer the people, and that's what I say about that. If you want to write, do a little research on how to do that.
Just caught up with George Naeem Cash again. Where you on your way to, brother? I see you out here on the move, man. Where you going now, man?
I to get away from your camera today, but anyway, I'm going to Baltimore to a book signing that somebody invited me to, and I'll be back in New York in about 48 hours, 72 at the most.
All right, so you're coming back to New York?
Absolutely. I haven't finished stomping the ground here yet, but I got invited to a book signing. You always have to respond to that as far as I'm concerned. Those are people that want to buy the book.
All right, now you just met a couple of people in Palisades Mall as you were walking out. Priscilla from Nyack bought a copy of The Good and the Bad, and you met a couple of people from Spring Valley and Haverstraw. Good.
Absolutely, yes.
How's that feel, seeing people that recognize you as an author and rolling up on you, man?
It's a little surreal. I'm not going to get too gassed up over it, but it's a great feeling just to be recognized and followed for my writing, which is what I'm trying to do these days.
Anyway, man, thanks on behalf of WB Media Group, DJ Gatsby, and the talk show DJ Gatsby for taking time for the interview. Congratulations and much success on the prison life, and have a safe trip down to Baltimore.
See you in the funny papers, my guys and dolls. Peace.